銀河鉄道39エターヌル
All right, let's read Chapter 8 of Volume 3 of Galaxy Express 39 Eternal. We'll see the title in full on the next page, but this is the second part from the previous chapter, which ended with Tetsudo getting an audience with the Dark Queen on this ship. We see, wow. So, anyway, here's our introduction, or reintroduction, as it were. Let's see what we have. Kodai kara no chizu o miru to, michi no kaiki ya minani no kuhaku jitai ni kaibutsu ya kaiju mabutsu no sugata ga takusan kakikomarete iru. Okay. When looking at maps from ancient times or from a long time ago, unknown sea regions, did I say kaiki? Yeah, areas of ocean, literally ocean region, domain. Unknown ocean regions and, is that Miro? Is it Misen? No. Okay, well, we had Michi, which is unknown. And then what is this Mi here? Mito. Untrodden, unexplored. Mito no kuhaku chitai ni. This is like Earth regions of white space. Regions of white space of untrodden. So basically untrodden, unknown, new areas, unexplored areas is kind of what that is intending. Kuhaku. Yeah, blank space, which we've seen previously. And then I guess that's Chitai. Yeah, areas. Okay. So blank space areas, meaning unexplored areas. And again, that Mito, also unexplored, untrodden. Anyway, in those areas. So in areas, yeah, meaning like areas like that, which were the unknown sea regions and unknown blank spaces. Strange creatures, strange beasts, and demonic creatures or magic creatures, those shapes, many being written, many were being drawn. Okay, so because it took a while to remember where we started, when looking at maps of ancient times, there were drawn many forms of magical creatures. Again, this is just a variety of different types of creatures. I don't know whether Mabutsu is doesn't look like it. Mabutsu, again, like demon ogre creatures, kaiju, beasts, and kaibutsu, monsters. Okay, so 確かめると自分たちとそう変わりのない生物の住む場所だと分かって世界弦が穏やかになっていた. Okay, so when confirming 自分たちと by oneself, like when doing confirmation with one's own eyes, but like through oneself, that way, or like, yeah, that way, kawari no nai, like not strange living creatures, living places, understanding. So like understanding that those places weren't the living quarters, living residences of strange creatures. Yeah, kawari no nai is just going to be like not kawari. It's this kawaru, to be changed or unusual. When understanding when doing confirmation through oneself that those residences of strange living creatures weren't that way. The world something calmly became. So sekai kan, the worldview. The worldview became calm, peaceful, that sort of a thing. Okay, so that is the introduction. These wild, unexplored places on the maps, strange, bizarre creatures were drawn, and then confirmation that they didn't exist there. The world became peaceful. So we go from that into the splash page for chapter 8, which is the same title as the previous one. Toro no ono, the axe of the praying mantis, which is this expression that means a doomed but courageous existence. And Shura no Namida, part 2, the tears of the Shura. There we go. So this is the train. It's being surrounded by the darkness. And again, Tetsuro has gone to have a session with the Dark Queen. Uchu demo onaji koto ga okoru. Even in space, the same event exists. So the same thing happens in space as what we saw on the previous page. To kangeita ga. To kangetai ga. Okay, well, even in space, that same thing occurs. Want to think, but so wanting to think the same thing happens even in space. However, jitai wa chikyū to wa hantai ni michi to no inani wa mojidori kaibutsu mono no ke to no giteki na deai to natta. We have a bunch of words to check here. So as for the circumstances, as for with Earth, conversely, or in opposition, as for something of unknown, encounters. Let's encounter sogu. Michito no sogu. As for encounters with the unknown, in opposition to like as on Earth, again, like strange creatures and creatures of ke. Mononoke. Ghost, specter, vengeful ghosts, specters. Those gitekina encounters tonata became. Is it really giteki? No. This is gi, but I'm blanking on the kunyomi.
Oh, ha, 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 ha.
I can't remember any other words that this shows up in. Okay, well, let's draw this in, unfortunately. Oh, geki. Okay, it's not gi. Geki. Drama play. So, gekiteki? Dramatic. Geki teki na deai to natta. Yeah, encounter, it became a dramatic encounter with, oh, okay. I missed the literally part here. As for encounters with the unknown, in opposition or in contrast to Earth, the circumstances on Earth, it literally became a dramatic encounter with vengeful ghosts and spirits, and again, like magical creatures or haibutsu, monsters. Okay, so again, it actually was that way. So, indeed, it is that way. それが星の海の恐るべき現実だ. So indeed, that is the Sea of Stars' horrific truth. 恐るべき. Yeah, dreadful, horrible genjitsu, actual reality. That is the dreadful reality of the Sea of Stars, that actual monsters exist. Okay. So again, the train surrounded by darkness. This is going to be a very dialogue heavy chapter, so we may have to split this into 3, but we'll try our best. We get a tall panel here with Canon and everyone else on the train. Remember, Tetsuro has gone out to see the Dark Queen. Tetsuro-san wa daijoubu deshou ka? As for Mr. Tetsuro, okay, I wonder? So I wonder if he's okay. 39 wa shinjirarenai hodo no seinani ni tsutsumashitemasu. Okay, as for the 39, pause. An unbelievable extent of like stillness or quietness in that is being wrapped. So the 39 is being enveloped in an unbelievable like stillness or quietness. Shizuka. Okay, this is either Seijaku ni tsutsumashtemasu. Okay, Seijaku. 39の内部が光を失わないように. Okay, as for the interior part of the 39, or as for the inside of the 39, it's in the manner of losing light. So it's as though it's losing light. Da Queen wa kore ijo te o dasanai. As for the Dark Queen, more than this will not put out a hand. So te o dasanai is to get involved. So the Dark Queen will not interfere, get involved more than this. The idea that this is as involved as she'll get, enveloping the train. Tetsuro ni mo sawarenai. Also to Tetsuro won't be touched. So Tetsuro also won't be touched. And again, Da Queen, the Dark Queen, or Dark Queen, is the Ankoku Jo'o, the Darkness Queen. Da Queen wa Rifu. Oh, I know this. Rifujin? Yeah, Rifujin. Unreasonable. Rifujin na koto wa iwanai. それはよくわかってる。待ちましょう. As for the Dark Queen, unreasonable things or unreasonable events, as for those things, will not say. So as for the Dark Queen, she doesn't say or will not say unreasonable things. As for that, well knowing. So I know that well. Let's wait. Machimasho. Oh, sorry, I missed all this. Okay. We get this. Tesoro won't be touched, and we get some input from Shasho and Claire so that they have their moment in the chapter. Sorry, guys, I left you out. Watashi wa totemo totemo shinpai desu. As for me, it's very much worry it is. So I'm very worried. Tetsuro-san, Mr. Tetsuro. And then, okay. That was their cameo for the chapter, I guess. And I almost left him out. 私たちはダークウィーンの体の中にいることを忘れないようにしないと。As for us, the Dark Queen's body's inside existing event, not forgetting in that manner, not doing implied double negative. So we must not forget that we are inside the body of the Dark Queen. 私は恐ろしいとは思わないけど As for me, as for like being scared, not thinking, or being frightened. As for me, as for being scared or frightened, as for with that, not thinking. Dot, dot, dot. Bzzz. Go. I don't know what the buzzing is about, but is that new? Was that always there? Yeah, that probably was. Actually, it's just a couple pages ago. Yeah, okay. It was always there. It's just from a different angle, I guess. All right, we get a whole page here. Go. All right, so we're back in with Tetsuro, who is talking with the Dark Queen. And we get 3 tall panels. Zoom in to see what this dialogue is going on about. Yoku kite kureta omae ga Tetsuro hoshino ka? So, doing the favor of coming well, like you did well to come here. You are Hoshino Tetsuro, question mark? Soda! It is that way. That's right. Notice he's being very formal in his language. She is as well, in the sense that she's not saying, she said kureta. She's not being, they're not using mas here, right? It's very formal, informal. Soko ni suwari nasai. In that place, sit. Sit there. Now, this is a polite command, so. So Tetsuro's looking around. He's not sure what she's talking about. Suware, doku ni mo isu mo benchi mo nai yo. So sit. Nowhere, even a seat, even a chair, even a bench existing or not existing. So I don't, there isn't one anywhere. There's no chair or bench. Suwaro to omoeba soko ga sou da. If think, I'll sit, or if I think let's sit, that place, it is that way. So basically, like if you think I'll sit down or I should sit down, that place will become that way. And then suddenly, naruhodo na. I see now, I guess. Nanda ka hen nano. It's somehow strange. Yokoso. Welcome. Watashi ga Ankokujo o Da Queen. I am the Darkness Queen, Dar Queen. お前たちの世界でも、メタノイドの世界でも、そう呼ばれている。Okay, so even your plural, even your all's world, and even the metanoid's world, that way being called. So I guess like I'm called that even on your world, even on the metanoid's world. ... Oh. Okay, so here we go. Tetsuro's having a seat. Tsumari, what that means is metanoido no jo ka. Oh, wait a minute. Is that Tetsuro talking? Yeah, that's Tetsuro. Tsumari metanoido no jo ka. So what that means is metanoid queen? You're the metanoid queen? Is that what that means? Boy, this is confusing. So this is Tetsuro, and now this is her responding. So omowareteru ga. That way is thought, but. So it's thought that way, but. Oh boy. All right. Again, tall panel. These will start here so we can see this better. Metanoido wa tada no zene no semeitai danshu. Okay. As for the metanoids, they are just this is like front guard life form group. Zeni, like Vanguard, yeah. So as for the metanoids, they are simply or just a life form, again, danshu, collection. Oh gosh, this is not. Oh, shudan. My dyslexia kicks in again. Shudan. Group. Still the right meaning. Life form group of like Vanguard, Advanced Guard. That's just what they are. Omae tachi no sekai de iu shokumin chigun ka? Okay, this is interesting. Shokumin. Oh, I did not realize that. Okay. So what was confusing me is usually shoku is part of shokubutsu, meaning plants. And that's what this kanji is. But min means like citizens. So I'm trying to think of like plant citizens. But apparently shokuminchi is a colony, which makes sense. A plant citizen zone. But it's referring to that. And then gun meaning army. So I guess like this is omae tachi no sekai de. On your world, you would call it, or it's called shokumin chigun ka? A colony army? Or an army of colonization? Is that right? Shokumin chi. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Watashi no chikara ni hire nani shite? Hire fusu? Hire fushite. Yeah, hire fushite. Watashi no chikara ni hire fushite, watashi no tame ni tatakao yaku o hiki uketa. Oh, she's talking about the metanoids. So the metanoids, to my power, to my strength, did prostration. So they prostrated themselves before my strength. And for my purposes, they took on the role of fighting. So they fight for me, or they took on the role of fighting for me, prostrating before my strength. Shokuminchigun, so again, a colonization army. Tsumari Tetsuro yo. What that means, Tetsuro, you know. Omae tachi no yu banken ni shika suginu. Your way of saying. Omae tachi no yu. Yeah, and in the way that you would say it, they are nothing more than guard dogs. Banken. Yeah, watchdogs. Banken? Watchdogs? 強力なメタノイドが banken? Those strong metanoids? Watchdogs? そうだ. It is that way. So that is correct. Suruto, この船は全く違う. Therefore, as for this boat, as for this battleship, it's wholly different. It's completely different. Da queen sonomono no sono seimeitai no mono ka? Okay, and this is like, therefore, as for this ship, it's completely different. Dark Queen, the Dark Queen sonomono, like yourself, of you, the Dark Queen yourself, sono seimeitai no mono ka? That life form itself? Sono seimeitai no mono ka? Yeah, a thing of that life form of the Dark Queen itself or herself, etc. Solda. It is that way. Okay. So Tetsuro goes from the discussion of the metanoids to remarking about the ship, how it's completely different. And he's asking, I think, whether it's the ship is the Dark Queen herself. Dark Queen sono mono no sono seimeitai no mono ka. Yeah. The thing of that life form, the Dark Queen herself. Solda. That's right. Nani notteru? How many people riding? So how many people are on board? Hitori no sukata mo minakatta kedo. One person's form, even that, not seen. So I haven't even seen one person. Dare mo inai. Nobody existing. So nobody's here. Omae tachi no yu kojin teki na sonzai wa nai. Watashi hitori da. Again, this is like your way of saying, like, individual existence not existing. Yeah. As for an individual existence, it doesn't exist. Kojin teki na. Kojin teki is just individualistic. Okay. So she is saying, like, as for individualistic, personal, self-centered existences, they do not exist. I am alone. I am one person. So you could take this a couple ways. Like, there's no other personalities here, or there's no other individuals here. I'm the only one. Hitori, one person. Or you could take this as for the idea or the existence of individuality, it doesn't exist. I am one. So there could be other things, but they are all the Da Queen. So I think you could kind of take it either way there. All right, so we get a zoom out here of the ship. With the swirly mass. And some dialogue. What do we got? この船に見えるこれが私自身. Yeah, okay, so this thing that's visible as a ship, it's me, myself. So this is the Dark Queen talking. Jishin, again, like as oneself. Watashi Jishin. So again, and Dark Queen starts to say like this. She's about to say like probably kono fune, but she changes that into this thing that's visible as a ship is me, myself. Watashi no sekai sonomono ga watashi jishin. My world itself is me, myself. My world itself is me, myself. Okay. We tracking all this, I hope. There's going to be a quiz. 4 question marks. 分かれて見えるとすれば、すべてそれらは私自身の分身。Oh, not bunshin again. Okay. So, oh boy, sureba. I guess like this is supposed to be more about being split, right? Wakarete. Yeah, so wakareru is to be diverged, to be separated, dispersed, split, that type of thing. So if visible, if do like being visible as like being split, I guess, everything as for all of that, me, myself's offshoots or partition. Okay. Yeah, so I guess like if you do it, or if you think about it as being visible as like splitting, then all of that stuff is the offshoots of me, myself. So again, bunshin is this word that means one's child, offshoot, other self, partition, that sort of a thing. We've seen it in a lot of things where it's like someone has like a not a clone, or like Mahito in Jujutsu Kaisen, when Mahito split himself into 3 or 2 people or whatever, he called at some point bunshin came up. In any case. 手足と表現しようか、細胞と表現しようか、そういう存在だ。Okay, so limbs or arms and legs shall do expression. Shall I express it as arms and legs? Shall I express it as cells, like biological cells? Cybo? It's that sort of an existence. So Dark Queen is postulating 2 things. Like, should I describe it, or should I, again, hyogen is like an expression, or presentation. Shall I present myself as cells, or shall I present myself as arms and legs? It's that sort of an existence. Tetsuro probably does not get this. この船の動力はないとメートルは言ったけど. Okay, so as for this ship's 動力, power movement power, it does not exist. That, as for Meitoru, said. So Meitoru said that this ship power doesn't exist. Or what would doryoku mean? Like movement power. Yeah, movement power, motive power. その通りだ. That is correct. It is according to that way. Okay, we get another shot of the ship as the Dark Queen speaks. What is she saying? 私の意志によってどこへでもどこまででもお前たちの世界を突き進むことができる. Okay. 突き進む to thrust forward? Yeah, to plunge forward, to push one's way, to push on. Okay, so according to my will, or like following my will, or because of my will, wherever and everywhere, your world, again, like pushing forward into your world is possible. Now it's interesting, she says, omae tachi no sakai. So it's possible to push forward, the event of pushing forward into your world. Dokomade demo. Dokoe demo. This is like wherever and everywhere. Dokomade mo, like anywhere. So like even to whatever place and anywhere, can do that. Now again, she says like, through my will, niyote, is like because of, or by means of my will, according to my will. It's possible to push forward into your world anywhere. All right. 前方に無の空間を作ることで through the event of creating a space of nothing in the forward direction. So we saw this before, that the ship creates nothing, mu, ahead of itself. So by creating nothing in front, 無限に進んでゆくことができる. Endlessly, without limit, going and advancing event is possible. So basically can endlessly, without limit, move forward. Whoa. Good timing. I forgot to update that. Anyway. Da Queen. Oh, wait. Da Queen. No. Da Kurai Den. Da Kurai. Da Kurai do Energia. dark raido energia. Okay, this is like dark raido, dark ride, energia. It's sort of like energia. I guess that's what she calls this process. And the kanji here are darkness, ankoku, 10e something. Transposition, rearrangement. Suiryoku. Thrust. Okay. Okay. So again, this is like a made up, right? So again, that's what the kanji are. It's like darkness, transposition, thrust. And she's calling it the dark raido energia, the dark ride energia. And this is for short. What is this? That's not Miyako, it's Myo. So like for short, ryaku, it's a ryaku. Ryaku suru, maybe? Yeah. Ryaku suru, ryaku shite, or doing it in short, or doing it as an abbreviation, da kuraido, dark ride. And now the kanji change. It's now just gloomy, revolving, like movement, voyage method. So what would this be? Ten koho. Okay, we're not going to see that. Yeah, so koho is sailing or navigation. So this is like gloomy or dark, rotating navigation, sailing. Okay. Whew. It has a fancy name, though, the way the Dark Queen moves around. Okay. Kosoku ni utsuru to. So when moving at a high speed, dakuraido wapu to naru. It becomes the dark ride warp. Okay. Yuki semeitai ga tsukau wo wapu to onaji da. Organic life forms using warp, it's the same. So it's the same as the warp that organic life forms use. Susumu tame ni wa nani ryo ga iru daro? What? Okay. Is that that's nen ryo, fuel? Yeah. Okay. Susumu tame ni wa nen ryo ga iru daro? As for to the purposes of advancing, fuel is necessary, right? So you need fuel to move forward, right? To advance? Shoku provisions. Ga iru daro? Those are necessary, right? This is also just provisions. Yeah, it's not rodeo. Oh, it's also shokuryo. Okay. So anyway, shokuryo ga iru daro. Provisions are necessary, right? You need those, all right? Tetsuro, omae wa niku wa tabenai ka? So Tetsuro, as for you, as for meat, will not eat or do not eat. It's like, do you not eat meat? Yasai wa tabenai ka? As for vegetables, do you not eat? Kuramono wa tabenai ka? As for fruit, do you not eat? Ja, boku tachi wa anta no tabemono ka? Nenryo ka? So he's starting to sweat. He's saying, well then, as for us, your food? Fuel? So are we your food or your fuel? Zenpo ni sonzai suru yuki semeitai no uchu sono mono ga watashi no nenryo da. The forward... Wait. In the forward direction, doing existence, organic life forms, universe itself, that is my fuel. So my fuel is the universe itself of the organic life forms that exist in front. Watashi no shokuryo da. It's my food. Tabemono. Oh, this is the food chain. Tabemono nani kusari. What would shokubutsu? No, it's not shokubutsu. It is food chain though. There it is. Shokumotsu. Shokumotsu rensa. Food chain. Shokumotsu rensa ni tsuite, resha ni kaetara yoku kangeru ga ii. About the food chain, on the train, when return, well thinking is good. So you should think well when you return to the train about the food chain. Gouache! Gwaja! Okay, the chair, I guess, vanished. Ah! Or something's happening. Nanda! What is? So what's this? Uh-oh. Ah! Kore wa! Oh, this thing. As for this thing. Okay, well, if you saw the last chapter, you know what this thing is. However, we're at the halfway point of the chapter. The second half of this chapter is as heavy dialogue as this, so we're going to pause there, and we will pick up and see what happened next time.